Mics are live in 3, 2, 1.
I'm Edge Dagger, and we have Level Best here with Resident Evil Dead Aim on the PlayStation.
Oh, hi. How you doing, guys? I'm LevelBest. You've seen me, well, you've heard me multiple times as a host, as a runner, but I thought it'd be very important, especially for this cause that we're supporting, Black Lives Matter, that you at least once throughout the marathon we have a black face on the page, so we don't get the message twisted. Thank you so much to the NoReset group for supporting such a great cause. In my personal opinion, Black Lives Matter, it starts with us. There's a lot of injustices and equality and things like that related in the world, but we can talk a little bit out after we get it started. But I'm ready for a countdown or for time if you guys want to get that going.
All right. So we're ready to go in 3, 2. Was it easy or normal that you're gonna do?
Let's do easy. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So what I was saying was, of course, Black Lives Matter. It starts with us. I feel like there's a hierarchy of things that need to be addressed in our society, and I feel like this is currently on the forefront of things that we need to take care of. And I appreciate NoReset and those of you supporting this event for being so understanding in that matter. And even though we're supporting Black Lives Matter, this event is benefiting the Bail Project. If you guys want to talk a little bit more about that, you can once I finish. But it's basically an organization that it creates a revolving fund, so that the money that you put towards helping someone get out of jail, or someone who was wrongfully arrested, can be used time and time again to help people one after another. And it's really important right now because we have a lot of people going out and protesting, people with peaceful intentions, and they're being wrongfully arrested and being being put in positions where they shouldn't have to be there. And that's wrong, and people shouldn't have to come out of their pockets to fight to just speak because they were speaking their mind. Again, if you guys do !charity in chat, you can find out a little bit more of not just the bail system, how the bail system works in America, but you can also figure out how the Bail Project is, the steps that they're taking to fight for people affected by it. Oh, I guess I've been the host for so long. I'm sorry, guys, that I'm sitting there thinking to myself, why is no one talking? But I'm the runner. I am the Level Best, by the way. I'm a Resident Evil speedrunner by origin. However, recently I have been dipping my toes into a lot of other things lately. Resident Evil is a series that's very important to me. Maybe just before my time is up, I can just give you guys a quick glance at my box of Resident Evil games just to let you know about that life. But this game's Resident Evil Dead Aim. You guys saw Gun Survivor 1, played by me, and then Gun Survivor 2, played by good friend Dr. Maxtermind. This is the 4th entry in the Gun Survivor series, but it is the 3rd and final Resident Evil Gun Survivor game. There's a 3rd one, and it goes by the name of Dino Stalker in America, and Gun Survivor 3 Dino Crisis in Japan. So this is like I believe I'm using the right word, the pinnacle of Resident Evil Gun Survivor games. As you see, this one takes place in 3rd person. However, in the times when we have to fire, I can show you really quickly. You just press R1, and it switches to a 1st person angle, and then it kind of controls similarly to the other entries in the series. So it's really cool that they kind of found a way to balance both worlds. It kind of reminds me somewhat of Metal Gear Solid 2, if you guys are familiar. How you travel in the top-down third-person view, and then when it's time to, if you want to take aim, you you have the choice to go into first person and fire.
Do we got time for?
We sure do.
Real quick, all right, we got a known message, but from Robodomo, $50 donation. Thank you so much for your generosity, Joe.
I truly appreciate it. Also, is that Dagger? Is that Dagger's the host?
I am, sir.
Oh wow, yo! Shout outs to IG Dagger, our current host right now. Had the pleasure of meeting him in DreamHack Atlanta back in November, and also had the pleasure of doing commentary for his run of Resident Evil 3 on PC. Resident Evil 3 is one of my favorite games ever, and it was not. Oh, I think I'm going the wrong way. It's one of my favorite games ever. And it was really a pleasure to have that opportunity to do commentary on him, and how about with that?
Oh no, the pleasure was all mine.
Are you going to be running anything in this event, by any chance?
RE3 Nemesis and a couple runs.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Snap! Also, Level, I'm here for you. Getting something in the background. I had my microphone muted.
It's completely fine.
In the same part where I was like, you were like, I think I'm going the wrong way. I was like, I think he's going the wrong way.
Yeah. And by the way, funny thing, I didn't have my camera set up for this. This is the first opportunity I had to set up the camera outside of Survivor, because that was Max's run. But I did want to make sure, when I knew it was a possibility, that we'd have our camera set up to make sure we come and do this, because I didn't want anybody thinking negatively in the chat, thinking that the NoReset group and I don't even think you should think that way. As I was saying before, Black Lives Matter. It starts with us, but us as in people of my skin tone, my origin, Black, African American, whatever you want to call it. But it's something that transcends that, because what it's really saying is all lives matter can't matter. All lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter. That's really what the big message is. And as I said with Ben, who our previous host, it's equality is about struggle is gonna happen. At least the way that our society is currently formed, and economically, struggle is gonna happen. People, we get up, go to work every day and something like that, whatever. We all have kids and drama and things, but everybody should be dealing with, or at least be on the same playing field when it comes to those problems. And that's what this is about. But all that other stuff, that's a whole nother conversation. We just want to level the playing field, no pun intended.
You got time for another donation?
Sure do.
Atomic L donates $5 and says, "This guy is pretty cute, and he's a great speedrunner too. Thank you."
Oh my goodness.
Thanks, Atomic.
Oh my goodness. I was told by my employers that we can't have relationships with the donors, so I'm breaking up with you. I'm joking.
Dang, we didn't even set a donation incentive for that.
Oh my goodness, yo, oh my god. $5,000 and I'll break up with my girlfriend for no reason.
God. No. So you notice at this point, Level's now switched over to the second character that you can control in the game. And Level was talking about Metal Gear earlier, and I got in my head I got the wrong name, but now I have the right name. So this is Fong Ling, who works with, or who doesn't actually. So she works for I believe the Chinese government, but she doesn't work with Bruce McGivern. So this is basically Dollar General Ada, and we've got Dollar Store Leon. in terms of Bruce.
As much as I would love to like get into like the cutscenes and things and like show you guys some cool things about this game, we are a little pressed for time in the marathon at the moment, so I'm just gonna like keep it through and do what I can to make it go as fast as possible, and I apologize for that. Something that I want to point out is that we have a lot of amazing runners this weekend. So I hope that if you do enjoy the runs, the hosts, the runners and things like that, you take the time to find out a little bit more about them so you can continue watching and like enjoying their content in the future. Yeah, that's about it. So there will always be time for more things like that. Yo, why wasn't he where he was supposed to be? Because I messed up.
He's
What you guys say? I do what I want.
Yeah, so these are the hunters in Dead Aim, which are very, very closely related to. They look a lot like Gamma Hunters, like original Gamma Hunters, not like. They're very aquatic looking. So and they jump around an absolute ton. So this is, I believe, considered kind of like the first semi-boss fight because we don't really see them much for the rest of the run.
Yeah, it was like the end of a segment, I suppose. It's like you do the top of the top half of the boat, then you go down under, then you jump off. You jump off at some point.
Yeah, the boat crashes, and which is always a good time to go ahead and jump ship. Especially since the boat is on fire.
Resident Evil loves like jumping off of moving vehicles. You got the train in Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 0, this. I don't know if Leon jumps off of things in Resident Evil 4. I can't think, but he's always jumping off of
No,
something.
he just can't drive.
Oh, that's true. Oh, they jump out of the car in Resident Evil 2. Yeah. It's not moving though. It's not moving.
Yeah, so now like levels moving through kind of like the bowels of the ship, and this is going to be our first meeting, and also our first meeting with the newly formed Morpheus, who's the Morpheus Duval, the main antagonist or the bad guy in Dead Aim, and also the only time for random RNG. So I know that I'm delayed on the stream, but chat, you have a choice between 1 through 8 for which box the key is going to be in. So go ahead and get your guesses in now.
Yeah, I don't have chat open, so could you pick a number for me from chat?
Of course. So I see 7 from Dagger. Let's see, Dagger's got no faith. He's the worst RNG. We've got 5 from Shadow, 4 from Deagle. I'll keep track, and then we'll see. See how it goes. All right, everyone's going in. Another thing that we can say about the virus in Dead Aim and Morpheus is like this is the first, if not the only, virus in Resident Evil, the Resident Evil
All right.
franchise level you have to guess to, by the way.
Oh, I guess 3.
Okay. That actually has the ability to rewrite the DNA and change the gender of the person that's infected. So Morpheus started off as a male antagonist, but he is a female tyrant. After the virus. All right, here it comes. Dun, 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 dun. Box time.
Okay, this is the third box. Here we go. Oh, and medicine and things. I've got nothing. What? What? Dude, 4 boxes of nothing. Okay, 6. Whoever gets 6, you're awesome.
It was box 6. So I see Rose. Good friend. Yeah.
Or was that 5? Was that 5 or 6?
Oh.
Oh.
That's gonna make a difference. I wasn't counting.
I think it was 5 because I know I did 4 boxes of nothing. I said what and I yelled, and then after that, I think it was 5.
So, because if it was 5, Shadowfolk was the first one to say 5.
Wow.
But if it was 6, it's the Darkened Rose. But you know what? Congratulations to the Darkened Rose and Shadow. We'll call it 5.5 and call it a day.
Oh my god. I started to open the other box and I was like, nah, something ain't right. Something ain't right about this box.
One of the other interesting things, it's like a fun fact as opposed to like, but it's actually somewhat of a dangerous fun fact. You see the weapon that Fong Ling is carrying, it's like an assault rifle. Every time, I don't think Level is going to demonstrate because he
I
doesn't
won't.
need to.
I won't.
Okay, but every time you shoot this particular gun, the entire screen flashes. So it flashes white. So generally, if you're playing this game casually, there's like an epilepsy warning, or there should be in advance to let you know not to shoot the assault rifle.
Yeah, and it's fully automatic, and it's white flashes. It's not good. Fortunately, though, for the speedrun, you don't necessarily have to use it, especially in easy mode. I don't think.
And especially for Fong Ling, because I don't know about her hitbox in particular, but it does seem a little bit easier to dodge with Fong Ling than it is with Bruce.
There's maybe like.
Speaking of the, what now? Sorry.
I was gonna say there's maybe like one zombie you even have to consider shooting in this game.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. So yeah, the other thing I was gonna say with the dodging and the dodging mechanics is that the zombies themselves, not all enemies don't do this, but the zombies will turn red when they've aggroed onto you. So it's a really good way of knowing who's coming after you and who's not.
And like similar to Resident Evil 3, this game also has a dodge move. It functions by just pressing like the aim button just before a zombie goes to lunge at you, and you're like crouch and activate your iframes, and it'll completely ignore the grab. And then they have like a spam protection, I guess, something like that, where there's this temporary invulnerability you have after a dodge or after a grab, so you don't constantly get grabbed. It's pretty short, but oh, I pressed the wrong button. I used left and right, and it switched zombies instead of rotating the analog stick to aim. This game has kind of complicated controls because it's meant to be used with like a gun con. You can also use a mouse, and I think I demonstrated that in at DreamHack Atlanta. You can use a mouse to adjust the cursor, which I only would find useful in like 2 instances. There's one boss fight with like this giant cockroach, and then there's another with the very last boss fight. It could be useful if your aim's not that good.
So we definitely received some donations.
Yes, I was about to ask.
Oh, no problem, go for it.
We have a $15 donation from Anonymous with no message, but thank you very much, Anonymous, and a $20 donation from Dee Dee told me I won the ability to donate $20, so here's my 20. Keep king asterisk level.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Rose and Anonymous. Also, in regards to donations, just whenever you feel comfortable, I won't just like shut up level. We got money.
Yeah, shut up Max also works equally as well.
Oh no, I'm from the South. We're not rude down here.
Oh, you know what?
I'm also from the South, and so is Level. So.
Yeah, you know what? I was speaking about that recently with my friends. I was like, coming from 4 years in California to like a day in Georgia, you can tell the difference so quick of like how people act. I could honestly say, out of my 4 years in California and my first day back in Atlanta, I had more people, like employees and just customers, communicate with me in just a single day than I had in all of my 4 years out there.
So instead, then you can say "bless your heart," and we'll know that's where we're good to read a donation as Level fights the Clear Soul Tyrant, because he got real bad back knee.
Yeah, if you want to shut me up while I'm talking to read a donation, you'd be like, yeah, that's cool and all, but just cut me off. As rude as possible.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
Oh man. Also, Rose and I are from the same state. I actually did not know that. Which is pretty cool.
Oh, what state is that?
Texas.
Oh, what? I'm also from... No.
I did live in Atlanta for a really long time, though, so...
I just found out recently that I technically never even lived in Atlanta. I was told all my life it was Atlanta. Because we lived in some other city. But I'm like, is that not... Yeah, I was like, that's not Atlanta? They're like, nah. Like, why would you do this to me?
Oh, so you notice now that we're in the obligatory sewer level, after the boat has crashed, the that level went through a door earlier on. There's actually a grenade launcher on the right-hand side of that hallway, but you don't need to pick it up on easy. You can get through the game with the shotgun, the pistol, and the magnum.
What he said.
We also get our introduction to Turtle Mom with her torpedo kids. Fun fact, the name of those little torpedo things is actually torpedo children, so...
Is it called Turtle Mom or Torpedo Mom? I thought it was Torpedo Mom.
Oh, I've always called her Turtle Mom, just because it looks like a turtle that just fires out the torpedoes, so...
It's been a while since I run this like competitively, but I'm not sure. I can't remember if those torpedo kids are random when they hit you, or if she fires them early or not.
It depends on your positioning against the railing on the right-hand side, and also most of them are random. Like, it's either you get hit once, twice, or 3 times. If you get hit 4 times, you're just having a bad day. Like,
oh wait,
Turtle Mom is not having any of it. So, but we are at less than $4 away from 4,600, which means we are a little bit over $400 away from that $5,000 donation goal. And don't forget, again, we have multiple incentives. There's going to be a bonus game incentive and a bid war coming up here soon. I know G-Virus is talking about that with Chad. And
also at $5,000, we're giving away this. See, look, the seal's still on it. It comes with all these games.
Oh, I thought you were about to say we were giving away Dead Aim. I was like, what?
It reminds me of the scene earlier with Bruce. He's like, $10 million.
So make sure to get those donations in. Any amount of money helps. And donate, of course. Don't ever feel bad or obligated. But go on out and spread the word. Spread the word about what the Bail Project does. Spread the word about what we're doing here at the No Reset Marathon. And then we'll try to bring in more and more people and help out a good cause. So.
And by the way, in regards to the Bail Project, it's not limited to people currently protesting and things like that. The Bail Project is forever. You know, it's there to help innocent people who can't afford to post bail, and it's a really great cause, because like I said, if they're innocent, then they shouldn't have been there in the first place, right?
Alright, so we're making our way back. This this particular Fongling section is the epitome of RE, which is a bunch of backtracking. Also, I saw the donation ticker go up, and Dagger didn't interrupt us.
Yeah, dude.
You can't undo 31 years of upbringing. Okay.
You can, dude.
All right, so we got $4 from G-Virus. He says, "Nah, less than 4 hundos away from 5K. Let's do it." And Hurry Boy donates $3.05. Shut up, Kappa.
Oh my god.
Thanks for the interrupt, Hurry. I appreciate it. So
yeah, thanks, Hurry Boy. You ain't soft. Yo, once again, shout out to IG Dagger, our host.
By the way, Level Best, I just wanted to say I hate it when people interrupt me.
Oh wait, what? What I was gonna say was, what was I saying?
You were not shouting me out. Don't worry about it.
Joke went over Levels Pro.
Oh yeah, shout out shout out to IG Dagger as host, because coming from someone who did like 4 hours of hosting yesterday, it is a responsibility that you have as like a host to, you know, gauge the vibes with the runners and things like that, and like find those times and breaks to call out donations. Sometimes they might pile up, just to give you like a little insight into like the experience. You know, there is times when you might have donations piling up, but like as I'm talking right now, and maybe my sentence, you know, takes 2 years to end, and then I take a small little breath, and you think you have that opportunity to keep reading donations, and then suddenly I'm talking all again. Like, you don't want to be rude, and you want the runner to have their time, so there is a lot to go into it. And
we have a $3 donation.
yeah, so I'm just giving him some just ribbing on him a little bit, like from host to host. And I understand how it is, and I appreciate you being so humble about it.
And from coast to coast.
Oh my god. Space goes host to host.
Yo, so we have time to read a donation.
Damn it, you ruined it. Sorry. From Desert Eagle 417, he donates $6.40. Please use this donation to interrupt Max.
Interrupt me?
This has got personal.
Wow, the straight up call out. It's okay, I talk a lot anyway, so I completely understand. Except Deagle, I'm watching the counter at the bottom right, so I know.
Well, Max, you're a great host and everything. I'm gonna let you finish, but Dagger just got the best donation of all time.
Oh goodness. Yeah, too much.
Monka S.
Monka S. Yeah. I was like, I got put into impromptu hosting duties last night during the Rev 1 stream, and that was fun because it wasn't so bad because we had commentary at the same time. So whenever we stopped with commentary, we'd read some.
I forgot to I'm not sure why, but like PlayStation games, it might just be my monitor honestly, but PlayStation games like Code Veronica and Dead Aim like have some really dark areas. So no, not that gun. They have really dark areas. So I usually raise the brightness a bit, but I didn't this time. So when I was running in the dark, like I was like running along the wall trying to find the door or the next part of the hallway.
Yeah, that area is actually really confusing too, because like it's a big maze of tunnels underneath the sewer, and some of the doors are locked, and then some of them are. Well, actually, I think most of them are locked except the correct path. But it is just in general very, very hard. You fighting Pluto?
No, he's fighting me. Okay, there we go. Then. Oh, the last bullet! Yo. Oh my god.
There you go. So this. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, talk about literally blowing his brains out.
Yeah, this tyrant is one of like 4 tyrants in this game. His name is Pluto. He's a big boy, but he's blind. So because of that, he can't see where you're at, but he can hear you. So if you run in this arena that you're in, or if you shoot a bullet or something like that, he'll do an animation where he hears it, and then he immediately charges you and tries to sit on you after he smacks you around a little bit. So it's really interesting playing this casually, like trying to walk around and like not aggro Pluto. And then also, it's been a while since, Level. I mean, I saw Level run this game in the last marathon we were both in, but the handgun strats on Pluto are
yeah.
Really cool.
So fun fact about that. So when I played this game again, I don't practice because I'm dumb. Don't be like me. When I used to run this game, I would play on normal mode, and even if I don't practice, like sometimes I'll watch videos and things like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna wait until I'm in front of so many people to try that out. What could go wrong? But in the normal strategy, you would back in the day, you would use the grenade launcher. In time, as Max said, there's an animation he does when he's listening for you, and you would time your shots like in between his like little scanning phase or whatever. So if he's not listening, then you shoot again, and then you just repeat that until he was ready to shoot his brain once it's hanging out. But I believe it. I mean, I can't remember how it is, but I do recall like somebody just unloading on him with the handgun on easy mode. So I was like, oh, I got handgun bullets. Let's do it. That's it. I could have handled it a little better. Like I said, there's a dodge move, and that does apply not only to zombies but to some of the boss enemies as well. So when he was swinging, I could have dodged it better, but I was just kind of spamming, and I had no idea how much health he had. I'm like dipping into Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles territory with that, just things that I'm unfamiliar with. Shout out to Nico. So right now, what I'm doing is I have to go through all these different elevator or floors rather, and collect a series of parts to get this voice recording. First, I have to get the tape recorder from the 3rd floor. Then I have to go down to the 2nd floor and get the tape recorder, and record the voice rather with the tape recorder that I just acquired. And then I have to go back to the 1st floor and actually use that recording to open this door, which is voice activated. I believe this is the 2nd game in the series where you have to do anything with voice recordings. I know in Resident Evil 3 it's you do the thing in the hospital. I can't remember off the top of my head what the guy says.
He has a slight fracture above his, something like that.
Just below the elbow. He has a slight fracture in the right arm, just below the elbow.
Below the elbow.
However, and then that's at the end of it.
And then, of course, in RE3 Remake, we have the I'm God dang Nathaniel Bard. So,
there appears to be a slight fracture in his right arm, just below the elbow. However, that's exactly what it is. With your butt. Uh-oh. Why is this door locked? Oh, that's the wrong door.
$5K for that door to be unlocked. It's the 5K paywall.
My mom said I can't come outside until we reach 5K.
So Level's approaching the next boss here. I don't know what this one's name is either. I've always called it a Wasp Queen or the Hive Queen. But this boss in particular has a very wonky hitbox. And you want to make sure like you just you get her right in the head. That way she goes down relatively quickly. But her little minions on the side also like to block you.
You call it. Oh, go ahead.
The Wasp Queen or the Hive Queen.
I call her Miss Juicy.
Oh, nice. What is the story behind Miss Juicy?
You ain't see that junk she was carrying around, dog?
Oh, that's true.
You said Juicy, and all I can think of was Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
We never get to see what she had in the trunk.
Juicy.
Corpse.
It was all dreams.
To be holding something. How peculiar to find a key on a corpse.
Also, Level has the strongest gun in the entire game right now. That he just picked up a second ago. It's like
I hate in games when they give you the strongest game at the strongest weapon at the very end. It's like, dude, why?
Oh, it's even worse in this game. In this game, it's a slap in the face because you're going to use that for a boss fight, and then it gets even worse like after that. But yeah, that particle cannon, that little like handheld railgun that you have there, just absolutely destroys everything.
Shout out to Oh, go ahead. You can go ahead. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go ahead. Shout out to Onimusha. If anyone played that game and acquired the Bishaman flute, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Onimusha Warlords. I know I interrupted somebody before I brought that up, so feel free to whatever you was gonna say. But if not, Onimusha, another series in the Capcom, and yeah, another series by Capcom, similar to Resident Evil, but with swordplay instead. But also not hack and slash like Devil May Cry. It's actually pretty unique, I would say. There's, off the top of my head, I can only think of a few games that like relied on swordplay. I can only personally think there maybe there were a lot more that I didn't play, but like Onimusha, Tenchu, I think there's one, something about blood that I can't remember what it was called. Whoa, wait, what? Where am I? Whoa. Huh? Where are we? Where's he? What?
Level, you do not want to forget the route in this room.
I know. Dude,
So
like,
what Level's going to attempt to do
yeah.
overall is he's going to try to stick next to a corner.
If I can
of one
find
of
the
these
guy
pillars.
though. Oh,
The
what?
reason why- The reason why he's doing that is because the way that Morpheus's AI works in this fight is if you're behind a corner far enough,
There we
he
go.
detects the hitbox of the pillar instead of yourself. So he walks towards you, and then as soon as Morpheus is about to hit you, it'll detect the pillar and then do a bunch of backflips to get away from you. And this is kind of what we wanted to get stuck in this animation. So that we can just like continuously fire the particle cannon.
I really appreciate having somebody do commentary with runs. I feel like everybody should have this like luxury, not just in this run but just in general. Because like sometimes you get caught up, like things don't go your way, and you gotta like just focus and double down on what you're actually doing, and it's to simultaneously like still have that person like, yo, I got you, dog. Just do it. It's really nice. Appreciate
I'm
it.
over here like I don't have to fight this guy.
Ooh, this looks bad.
I think that's the best part as a commentator, to be like, oh, and he messed that up. So he's on basically the final boss now. It's a couple, running through a couple areas first, and then you have to fight Morpheus for the final time. In this section, Fong Ling is actually giving you instructions over the walkie-talkie, but she gives you instructions like at the last possible second. So
yeah. Fortunately,
I
it's the
always
same
found that-
route every time, but
Yeah, I always found that really interesting. You would get to a corner and you're about to turn left, and she's like, "No, turn right." It's like,
and then like you're at a fork, and she's like, "Go left at the next turn," or it's a little.
or you get to a junction, and she's like, "Follow the hallway," and it's like, "Wait, what?" So right here we have Morpheus phase 2, I guess, because all of the other fights are phase 1. But the idea here is he's a giant blob monster. He looks like a booger with hands. And what's going on
and
is
claws.
his head is popping out of these like cloaca-like openings all over the body. And so what you're trying to do is you're trying to make sure if you shoot the head enough times, depending on which weapon you're using, you can cause the booger monster to like backtrack. In this first area, you want to stun him at least 4 or 5 times before Fong Ling's like, "Yo, I got the door open." Oh, and then you're gonna have to fight him one more time where you actually have to kill him.
Oh my goodness, these zombies! I can't dodge anything today.
BT Dubs, this game has one of the best closing tracks in terms of soundtrack.
It has a really nice save theme as well, I think. This one and Resident Evil Code Veronica probably have my favorite 2 like top save themes in the series.
I wonder if we'll ever see Bruce again. No. I'm calling it now. The answer is probably no. I heard through the grapevine a long time ago that this game was actually a testing ground for the mechanics and stuff that for the game that eventually became RE4. Because it also has a lot of the switching between third and first person
That's
kind
it.
of deal.
Time? I forgot.
Oh, with the final shot? Yeah, final shot's time. Alright, get him out, chat. Get him out. Where's the emotes?
That's it, guys.
GG Level.
That was Resident Evil Dead Aim. Thank you guys for being here. If I'm not mistaken, this is my last run event. I'll still be around as a mod, and if I'm available and need me as host, I'll feel free to full in. I love talking to you guys and reading donations and just supporting the runners. Resident Evil's one of my very favorite series, and this cause and this group, one of my very favorite speedrun marathon organizations. These guys, you know, it's amazing to see them grow and like constantly try to improve and like, you know, come into their own with things. It's really nice, and I'll be glad to support them in any way possible. Thank you guys. Support this charity, support this event, and
thank you once again for the kind words, man. I'm sorry, you were gonna say.
I was gonna say I wanted to do a cool fade, but I didn't have that set up.
Oh yeah, he did. He's doing his pose. He's just like, yep. Oh well, never mind.
Oh man. Well, coming up next with Max actually is going to be doing Outbreak File 1.
Oh crap, I am. Oh, okay.
You are.
Oh, there we go.
The shambles, dude. Get ready for the shambles.
I hate to be the one outbreaking it to you, but yeah, you're next.
Oh, that was good. That was good. that cut me deep. So.
So we're gonna go to a quick break, get everything set up. Once again, LevelBest, tremendous job. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Like I said, you're always more than welcome to the NoReset family. So, I mean, you're more than welcome to stick around. Thank you for moderating, and all our moderator team has been doing an amazing job keeping the trolls at bay and the bigotry and everything in between. So thank you so much. Keep it up. And after this quick break, we'll be right back with Resident Evil Outbreak with